Hello Pisces, interesting. So we have the devil at the bottom of the deck. This is in your unconscious. This is hidden from you. So the devil, you're feeling bound by some negative people around you or some negative situation around you. You're feeling betrayed. You're feeling like you have to surrender. Like you can't overcome this big, bad, scary devil. But like I said before, the devil doesn't take up the whole image, even on this card, on every card. See, here's this little cat, one of the lovers, one of the choices. It can get past the devil here, can get past the devil there, there. It can simply walk off this side, walk off that side, go off that side. So the devil, it has this illusion of I'm this negative thing, I'm this big, bad, scary thing. It's really talking about the unconscious, the shadow side of the mind, where you're repressing things, you're putting things you don't want to deal with about your life into that, and it builds up, and the fears and the anxieties build up. But actually there's stuff that you can conquer, there's stuff that you can move past. It's just a temporary challenge. It's an illusion that you're sort of bound by until you wake up and you see the illusion. The lovers talk about waking up and seeing that illusion and moving past it. So like healing old wounds, old trauma, healing from addictions, healing from any sort of negativity that you feel stuck at, that you feel like I can't overcome this, I can't conquer this. You can. And the devil is just that challenge of waking up to it. So we've got Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups talks about this potential, these possibilities for getting out of, even these hidden opportunities for getting out of this Eight of Swords mentality where you feel like you're trapped by a certain situation or you're trapped by something, but in reality, you're not. And then we've got this Nine of Cups in the reverse. So you need to look at any superficial, anything that's unhealthy, unhelpful for you, any sort of attachments that you have. Devil also talks about addictions, compulsions, obsessions. It talks about, anything that would fall under that. So superficial things that you need to let go of, fair weather friends you need to let go of, or temporary situations that are not going to become permanent, and you need to face that reality. It also talks about, with the Nine of Cups in reverse, sometimes it talks about overindulgence, greed, materialism, that sort of thing, but often it talks about unrealistic expectations, especially with the Seven of Cups here, and this sort of daydreaming, this sort of like warning against, yeah, there's possibilities, and some of them might be hidden possibilities, but you need to be realistic about it. Then we have Temperance. Temperance is talking about getting yourself into balance. It's talking about blending different aspects of your life, different areas of your life that are kind of opposing. Having patience with yourself as you're re-examining these values, these priorities that you have, and then healing this sort of imbalance, healing this being pulled one direction and then being pulled in another direction, and being in between the two and struggling to not get pulled. So in that way, it's about healing when you get this balance and you're being pulled between tradition and guidance. You're being pulled by your routines, maybe even a particular religion or religious belief that you have, because the Hierophant means high priest. So it could be that you're being pulled between your religion and the Page of Cups. This is talking about healing yourself, healing romances, healing your emotions, healing any sort of creative block, really uh, getting your confidence back, getting your creativity back, your happiness back, using your imagination and your passion. So, this is, or it could be that you're torn between, pages can also be children. So it could be that you're torn between a child who's very creative, very passionate, very imaginative, and traditional religious beliefs. If not, this is about tradition. It's about your rituals, your daily habits, your daily rituals, that sort of thing. And the advice was the Emperor and the Empress. So this is a couple. This is a power couple. This is an older couple. They're wealthier. They're stable. They are good at figuring things out. They're good at nurturing, but also taking authority without being too dictatorial, too dictator like. They're they're good at parenting. So if this is talking about a child in your life, you might want to find some older people who are comfortable, who are, they're stable, and they're good at, the lady, the Empress, talks about nourishing yourself. It talks about unconditional self-love, creation, and coming into your own. But when you're also giving that self-love to yourself, when you're giving that love to yourself, you're also giving it to other people. If we aren't a whole actualized person, then we can't interact with other people without damaging them. We can't interact with society without damaging them to some level or some extent. So this person is somebody who's worked on themselves, they've nurtured themselves, and they've figured out how to nurture others at the same time. The Emperor or the Lord. So this talks about protecting what you've worked for while restructuring for more expansion, for more success to come soon. Being on target with your goals because you cut out what drained you. You cut out was chaotic, what wasn't working. You learned to lead. You took responsibility for yourself. You learned to lead, learned to be the authority in your life and sometimes in other people's lives. It also talks about setting boundaries in that way, setting up those structures that are needed in order to have success. So this couple, if there's an older couple around you that have done a really good job with setting themselves up, with setting up their children, their family, you might want to get advice from them specifically to the struggle that you're having, specifically to this imbalance, and how to get out of this situation. Have a great Sunday. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.